I'm Allan Levine, President and Chief Operating Officer of Madison Capital.
And I'm Mark Caplan, Chairman of the Management Committee of Madison Capital.
Our clients are from public companies on one end to small businesses on the other. But our general business is that middle market, small client that wants to do a transaction size for equipment at the $50,000 to $70,000 range. And on the vehicle side, it could be one vehicle purchase for a company needing the delivery vehicle, or a rental car company that needs 100 vehicles. So that bandwidth is all over the place. It's of course evolved over time from the smaller transactions to the larger transactions, but we can service anyone. And again, the best way we market is we find a niche that we think needs financial servicing, and that niche could be rental car companies. So we will join the organization that houses rental car dealers, and then we'll market to that organization through telemarketing, through direct mail, through going to the various shows. And a lot of our business, we probably have a 90% renewal rate on the car side.
Yep.
About a 90% renewal rate on the car side is extremely high. On the equipment side, it tends to be a bit lower, but we still have a very high retention rate of our clients.
First of all, we are a direct financing source. We are generally, except for large transactions, lending on our own balance sheet. And so that makes us desirable to clients versus other businesses who are just in the brokerage business. We will originate this year about $25 million in business, split roughly equally between vehicles and equipment. And as Allan said, our average deal is $50,000, $70,000. That's a lot of transactions. And then it's a lot of transactions given that we're pretty specific about who we go after, and what lines of business and where we make sense. And it needs to be a solution overall that makes sense both sides. We think that we're taking a good credit risk, good collateral, all of that. And that on the client side, they're looking at us among the variety of financing choices that they have as the one that makes sense for that specific. They can use their cash, they could go to a bank. If they're a publicly traded company, they might have, other public markets, all of those kinds of things. And so on the marketing side of what we do, it is, and Allan and his team, and we've got an EVP, Nancy Pistorio, and Scott Hamburg, who is our director of new, is pretty disciplined. I mean, that's actually, one of the things that, want to make is we try and be pretty thoughtful about where there's opportunities. And we sit down as a group on a quarterly basis and go through that. And we're trying to pick up trends in the market and where we want to be versus not. And then the ways in which you go after those customers and some of the tools that you might want to, you started to talk about them, but even a little bit further.
One of the stories I like to tell is there used to be 40,000 banks in the United States, and if you look at that number now, there's about 6,500, and for those in the know, they think that number goes down to 3,500 or 4,000. So what are your choices when you have a business and you want to find capital? You can go to a bank. Their process might be good, it might fit for you, it might be too long. You can go to friends and family. You can use a credit card. Or you can use a finance company like ours that can turn your transaction around in a day or two, depending on size. So we are a wonderful alternative to all the other sources that are out there. And we have been servicing clients in the business marketplace for a long time because we are quick. Digital docs, we can take a transaction in the morning. We can process it, approve it, send docs out digitally. And by the way, we've been on digital docs for almost 10 years. We're one of the first clients on DocuSign in the state, in the country. And we've, of course, morphed over to DocuSign. And we have a wonderful platform to deliver products. As time has evolved, the levels of security on the DocuSign has increased, so it's a very secure process.